Hi, this is Kutlana.
And Intope.
And welcome to another session with NTK. We have to apologize for the late upload of the podcast. Life just happened and you just have to roll with the punches. But we promise our podcast will be uploaded every Friday. As promised, we just had this little hiccup.
And if it doesn't get uploaded, just know that something great is coming up, okay?
You must just accept, please. So it's been a beautiful day in Joburg City, and hopefully we'll be having a great night out. And as we get ready to paint the town red, we were just talking amongst ourselves, about where we wanted to go and what we wanted to get up to. And, we're pretty simple girls. For us, having a good time is all about, finding a place with a good atmosphere, good music, good food, the drinks flowing, and just enjoying meeting new people. So, we don't really require much, just a good vibe and good service.
Hang on, good service. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
I knew you were going to say it.
I know, I'm sorry. Can we have great service like Dorodas or whoever, Abu John, whoever just needs to just
cater
do what...
to every need.
Exactly.
Yes, we just need good service. But for Ntupe's service, for me, it's just let's not run into people, because Joburg is small. I just don't need to run into people that I don't need to see. We don't need that at all. So we're deciding what we're going to wear tonight, because we're not sure where we're going to go. But, you need an outfit that's going to fit every occasion. So, we're looking at each other and taunting each other about what looks good on us and what doesn't. And somehow along the way, we get onto the subject of men and dating. Duh, of course we're going to talk about dating. It's one of the constants in our lives. It's either you're in a relationship and trying to make it work, or you want to be in a relationship but you acting all coy about it and you don't want to admit it, or you're in the process of breaking up with someone, because sometimes it really does take a process to break up with someone. But like I said, it's one of the constants in our lives. Everyone wants to date at some point, But, we've decided that there's 3 phases to this dating game. And yes, I am calling it a game because unintentionally or not, we do play games with each other. And, through these phases, we continue to play games, even in the last one. So there's 3 phases. The first phase is, of course, the initial meeting of a person.
Dun, dun, dun.
You see that person from across the room or across a bar, or, you're at some house party and you're braaiing and you see someone and, you decide that you like what he looks like. And as women, we do this thing where we start circling, our intended target, and we get closer and closer. And then finally the guy catches the hint. He comes over, you exchange some pleasantries and some numbers, and then, you hope for the best.
Well, that's what you're hoping for. I'm at the end of the day on the premise that, can we have the first kiss? If he's looking good, he is smelling good. His lips look even goodier, if that's a word. I am not about to be wasting time to get to the first date, because
girl, you just kiss on the first meet.
It's not about to kiss or just kiss on it's an important kiss, by the way.
Sure.
Remember the first kiss turned a frog into a prince, by the way.
That was a fairy tale, by the way.
Well, in my world, everything can be a fairy tale.
Okay, if you say so.
But the point is, at the end of the day, life is too short to be teaching someone how to kiss, and I don't want to be stuck with someone that has halitosis. I'm not teaching you how to go to the dentist and clean up your teeth, or whatever situation may be. Or maybe our teeth clash. Have you had that situation where the teeth clash? God, that's awkward.
No, when you go in for the kiss and you hear that cling.
Yeah,
and that's your teeth.
Oh, no.
That's embarrassing, but it does happen.
But it's okay to happen when you're in the relationship already. I'm just saying, as a first kiss, can everything just be okay? Because there's no strings attached. There's no expectations. It's just a girl standing in front of a boy and vice versa.
Wanting that boy or girl to like them.
Yes.
Oh my word, but then that's putting so much pressure in meeting someone. Don't you think?
I don't think so. I just think that once you get that, I'm sorry, for me, the kiss is really just indication, because without that sexual attraction, what do you have? Yeah, we can talk all night long, but you'll start lying to each other. Can we just,
kiss and get over and done with, and see if, what's that? Oh my word, someone save me. Okay, so obviously you need that fire, that chemistry first,
Yes,
you want to see if there's chemistry.
For me, it's a chemistry. We can talk all day, all night, but it's doing nothing for me.
Okay, for me, the kiss only happens in the second phase that we're about to talk about now. For me, kissing happens in the second phase when you're really starting to get stuck in there, you know? It's the late night conversations, the idiotic flirting.
Oh, and then when the kiss is bad, I know you're going to be crying too, and I don't want to hear any of that.
No, I don't want to have kissed someone, you know, without having found out, you know, the stupid things about him, like, you know, what he likes to eat, what's his favorite music, where he likes to go.
Okay. Let's go to phase
two. You just, this is my phase two. You just want to kiss and, you know, get onto it.
No, I want to kiss. It can be a very light kiss. You know, I'm all about the lips.
Okay, that's fine. But for me, the phase two comes with the kiss, the getting to know a person, you know? You know, you're finding out the stupid things about them. Okay. And then, you know, doing a little bit of investigative work and, you know, just a simple Google search, see if they have a profile on Facebook and, you know, find out if you have mutual friends that can tell you stuff about him. Because at the end of the day, you know, I used to believe that you could take someone at face value and believe whatever they want to tell you. But in this day and age, you can't be that naive. You just have to find out things for yourself. It's sad, but a necessary evil. Because you don't want to be investing all this time with someone only to find out something that's going to ruin everything. So, and Nthupe knows something about this, don't you?
Yeah, girl, trust you me. I was saved by Google, okay? And it wasn't a simple Google search. Okay, and in hindsight, yes, it did save me, but that saying that says what you don't know can't hurt you, yes, because the after effects was really bad for me. But when I look back on it, I'm like, thank God I did do that. But it wasn't even a bad intention. It was just a situation where I was sitting in the office and I was like, I'm thinking about this person. What can I do? I've got time on my hands. And all I did was type his name and surname in, and I found out that he had more than a kid. Girl, like I was finished. And for me, I'm just like, you just need to know. You know, if no one is telling you, because I'm not a Facebook person, I'm not a Twitter person. So I need to have all the information that I need to have to make any decisions.
Yeah, I agree. You just have to be smart and, you know, do some investigating. And when we say investigating, we're not saying snoop on someone or stalk them. No, we're just saying, you know, a simple Google search, a little bit Facebook profile, you know, simple things like that. But, you know, everyone has their own way of investigating, even if they don't want to admit it, and it all varies. So if stalking and snooping is your little thing, then fine. But all we're just saying is, you know, you have to be smart about it. You know, you really do. You can't be naive in this day and age. But then, you know, hopefully, you know, after that phase 2, you know, you move into phase 3, you know.
The fun part.
Yeah, right? So now, by this time, you know, you're over the little bit honeymoon stage. And
are we really?
Yeah. Well, you know, you're never really over the honeymoon phase. You always want elements of the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
You do, you know.
Yes.
But in this phase, you know, you're really getting to know each other. You found out their quirks. You've probably had your first fight. You've introduced them to your friends and family. And, you know, you're moving on to building something together, and you are saying, you know, you're giving each other the labels, like, you're my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, giving each other pet names, cupcake.
Isn't it a song, won't
pumpkin.
You be my girlfriend, never let you go?
Justin Bieber, gal. But, you know, you're giving each other little nicknames, you know, like Sweet 8, Love, Honey Bunch, Boo,
Mon amour.
Okay, well, you know, as long as everyone is fine with the nicknames that they give each other, so yeah. But anyway, like, not all of these relationships move into these phases that we've just described, because, you know, people are complicated, and, you know, then you have to deal with all the uncontrollable elements like hormones and the notion of actually loving someone and having to be considerate to their feelings and everything, you know. But, you know, it's all about finding what you want, right?
Can I tell you that I'm so easy? Like, as long as somebody's making me happy, everything is good in the hood. Like, Tip is happy, you're happy.
Wow!
Everybody's happy.
No,
just kidding. You know, all I want to say is that, basically, you know, as a girl, just know that, you know, whatever stage that you're in, don't let other people dictate, be it your friends and your family. And I know it's difficult sometimes, but you should be comfortable to be where you're at. So if you're feeling like something is moving too slow and something is niggling at you, like when you're sleeping at night and no one is there with you and the doors are closed and something is niggling, then you should know that you should do something about it, because at the end of the day, it's about what you want, you know, so it's what you're comfortable with and it's in line with what you want, and it's going the same way, whether it's fast or slow. Fix it until you're getting what you want out of the relationship, or how you feel you should be happy in the relationship.
Oh, yes, gal. Yes, speak it. Can I get an amen?
Amen, sister.
Sure. But while we're talking about relationships, we have to say that we're both single, independent, and we're a little bit hungry.
We hungry, girl.
Yeah, we are a little bit hungry. But it's not our fault. It's not our fault. Because it really is slim pickings out there, girlie. It's slim pickings.
Good Lord. Slim pickings. I don't know what is a better word for that. Like one that actually shows our deprivation.
Stuck in the desert. We're in the desert.
And you know, our situation is like we see a mirage. You know?
Yes,
like
girl.
There, but it's not there.
It's not there.
When you get closer, you're like,
no,
man.
That's not what I wanted.
Yes.
And it seems like the older we get, the more we hear about these terrible stories about how we've had to settle. So forget that list that you made when you were younger. You know that list when you were a kid that you made about what your dream guy looks like. You know, he's tall, dark, handsome.
Or milky.
Or milky, whatever you want. And, you know, he's considerate, funny, unattached, believes in monogamy, opens doors, can hold a conversation, and, you know, gives you flowers because you want.
Yeah,
you know?
I'd like to state, I like flowers.
Oh, golly. Who doesn't? Which girl doesn't like flowers?
Well, we don't know. There's some girls that feel like flowers are a waste of money. And for me, I'm just saying that there's 3 particular flowers that I like. St. Joseph's lilies, peonies, and hydrangeas. I hope you guys all got that. Yes.
Now, do you want them all in one batch?
No, please. No. Hints. Okay, there's nothing more techier than too much of a good thing. So you'll have like a bunch with your St. Joseph's lilies, or you'll have a bunch with your hydrangeas, or otherwise hydrangeas on its own. I mean, it's the most classic look ever. Or otherwise, I'll have my peonies. You know, I'm just saying. And by the way, NTK just loves flowers.
Yeah, agreed. We do love flowers. But at the end of the day, we must accept that list that we made when we were a kid and kind of sort of amended when we got our first heartbreak. You know, that guy is still a dream. You know, he's exactly that. He's a dream. Because there's no perfect man or woman, and being in a relationship does take work and sacrifice. So we don't mind the work and sacrifice part, and you know, we even willing to forego some of the things that are on our list, so the guy doesn't have to be handsome. Woo. Anyway.
Woo,
Well, you know, there must be one thing that you like about him, because I mean, there's a lot of girls who have settled to be with an ugly guy.
In terms of characteristics, I want it all there. In terms of physicalities, yes, the one thing has to be there.
Yes, you have to like something about him, like whether you like his hands, his eyes, or whatever. But, you know, the older we get, you know, the good ones are taken, girly. So, you know, so you have to forego handsome. Maybe you have to forego his adventurous spirit or funny. And maybe, you know, these flowers that you keep talking about, you're going to have to give those up too.
Why? So I must grow my own little flowers in the back garden?
Yes, you must grow your own little flowers in the back garden. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you want someone who's going to give you something more. Like, if you can't have the small little things,
then what am I having then?
Like, let's just have the big things. But like, you know, but that's why we need to know our deal breakers.
But the small things matter to me. I'm just like, you know what, money comes and goes.
Yes.
And whenever money buys, like I said, it comes and goes. And for me, if I'm not getting the little stuff, like, I'm just like, it doesn't matter because I can make my own money if I need to. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, obviously I'm expecting a man to be a provider. And if he's not that, then he's not in my life. So I'm just saying the little things for me is what matters.
Yeah, but you know, no one comes out like that, girlie. Sometimes you just have to teach a person. You do. You have to teach a person. And out of all our experiences that we've had and what we've heard amongst our own friends, you know, we've come up with a list of, you know, deal breakers, things that, you know, we shouldn't accept. Or things that, you know, we're not gonna take, or things that we should just acknowledge and accept and move on, that, you know, this relationship is not going to work.
Damn straight. And ladies, do not back down.
Yeah, don't back down on what you want. So we came up with our top 5 deal breakers, and so they are:
rule number 1, he tells you right off the bat that he just wants to sleep with you.
Now with this one, you know, if you are wanting a relationship but he just wants you as a shag buddy, obviously, like, it's not going to happen, because you want a relationship and he just wants sex. You know, if he's telling you right from the get-go, you should know. You know, you shouldn't wait for him to change or change his mind. You should just be like, okay, thanks, I don't want to be a shag buddy, I want a relationship, and, you know, just move on.
Exactly. And rule number 2, after a few months of seeing each other, you guys still haven't had the conversation of what you are. Ladies, I will take this one. Back to my first point that I'd made earlier in terms of you should be comfortable to know where you're at in this relationship no matter what anybody's telling you. And I was stuck in that situation. Remember Jock?
Yes, I remember the Jock.
Exactly. Like everybody, his friends, my friends knew that we were all together, like we're moving in a relationship together, that I was the girlfriend. But something niggly in me was just like, I need to find out where he stands with me, you know, because I know where I want him to stand or where he's standing, you know. So I ended up asking him, and this is like, 3-4 weeks afterwards of us like dating and seeing each other regularly. And then he's like, you know, telling me stories of, no, we're not going to be in that situation. And granted, he's got that prerogative. I'm just saying, ladies, don't wait on a man to tell you, or don't even let people around you be telling you that this is a situation when both of you guys together, alone in a bedroom with the outsiders on the outside of the door, you know, telling you what is happening inside your two's relationship, you know. So know what it is you're getting out. You know, you must know what you want and always maintain that every time you're in the relationship. You know, don't ever assume anything on anyone's behalf.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's not about being pushy or demanding. It's just about knowing where you stand with someone and where you're going. Because, you know, as women, we all want stability. You know, we want to build things. We want to share our lives. So if you're not on the same page, then it's pretty much useless.
Like,
so,
nah.
Yeah, you're right. No one's about that life.
Exactly. Coming to rule number 3, he has kids.
No, this is just like, you know, it really irritates me. Nyaman, no one wants to deal with a starter pack. Now, if you don't know what a starter pack is, it's like an already made family. Like, you meet a guy and he's already got a kid. I mean, fine, you know, everyone makes mistakes when they're younger, but can we all just have the same or similar baggage? I mean, really, if I waited all this time not to have a kid, why couldn't he?
Exactly.
Know?
And for me, I'm just like, I want all the attention on me. Can I, you know, if I want to have kids, be the first one to have given him kids? Or,
yeah, no, that's true. Because,
so,
because when he already has the kids, you know, you have to deal with the baby mama drama, not being able to really discipline the kids, and then having to split the time, while having to accept that he has to split time between you and him and his kids, and you getting used to him and his kids. And so it's just missions. And I mean, relationships are already complicated enough, or starting a relationship is already complicated enough without adding kids, let alone kids that are not your own. You know, it's difficult.
Right?
It's difficult.
Rule number 4, the guy does take an interest in the things that you are doing, but is so eager to tell you how he sees the life that he wants to build with you that he came up with all on his own without your opinion.
Yeah, it's like, yes, it's like, you know, he's, well, what do you call that thing? You know, when someone's like patting you. What is it called, girly?
I don't know, but I remember there's a guy that you can put in this profile, Simi.
Yeah, ne? When someone is just like, oh, okay, that's cute. That's what you want to do, but you know, I have this. I want my life to be like this and this and this, and then, you know, they don't really care about what you really want. They're just like, okay, this is the life because I'm the guy. This is how we're going to live. I mean, from there you should know that the guy just wants you to be that 1950s Stepford Wives, you know, at home, making the food, having the kids, you know, and doing what he wants you to do, and
having a salary that he's acceptable with.
Yes. Oh yeah, ne? Because I was told I'm too ambitious.
Woo!
No, yeah. So
Go
no, that's
get your life.
Yeah, he should get a life, you know. So no, we're not about that either. So yeah.
No, and that brings us to rule number 5. He says that he's getting a divorce and he's still wearing a wedding ring, sleeps at home with his wife and kids, or just he is married, because nowadays people don't wear wedding rings. So he's married, or you find out, or you hear something. Seriously?
No. Yeah, no. At that point, you should just accept you're the mistress, and then you need to move on. You really do need to move on, and no one wants to be labeled the homewrecker. Like, who wants to be labeled a homewrecker?
Or even then, you'd be made a fool of, because I think maybe they have an arrangement, him and his wife, like they've given each other hall passes.
They have an open marriage.
Exactly, you know, and then you end up just like, oh, woe is me.
Yeah.
You know, so really, you know, guys, it's a lose-lose situation, whichever way you look at it. I don't know of any relationship that has, or any person that has recovered from that situation, you know, coming out unscathed, you know, and yeah, so.
Yeah, no, that one is just a definite no-no. definitely. If you don't agree with any other rules, rule number 5, no, definite deal breaker. So we're not saying we're not relationship experts, no, and we're no Dr. Phil, and we're not Steve Harvey either, or you're not gonna catch us on Oprah anytime soon. But at the end of the day, we've lived a little, and there's some things that you really just have to know that it's just common sense. And what we have considered deal breakers anyway, some people have been able to carry on the relationship and it turned out great, but most of the time it really doesn't. So at the end of the day, girls just need to keep their wits about them, know what you want, be secure in what you want, and and not being afraid of saying what you want.
Exactly. And ladies, just know that it's okay to be alone and feel lonely. At any point in time, that is supposed to be a situation for you where you take stock of everything and you just improve on yourself. I'm not saying it's ideal to be alone and lonely. I mean, I can be the first to testify, but at the end of the day, don't be stuck in a rut because of the fact that you're afraid of being alone or lonely. Yeah. So it's okay, because at the end of the day, something better is waiting for you. And I know it sounds cliche, but really what else? There's nothing worse than being stuck in a rut, and making sure that you're stuck in a rut for the rest of your life, So move on out of it and just make sure that you're doing something that you really want.
Yeah. Because sometimes, love happens when you're not looking for it.
That's true, but I mean, sometimes people feel like they've not been looking for it for a while and they're doing something where they're adding to the fact that they're not finding love. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, just believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Surround around people that believe in your aspirations and your goals and that love you for who you are, instead of you trying to be something that you're not, or trying hard at something. It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, it shouldn't. But what is also hard right now is us figuring out what we're gonna wear.
Exactly.
But anyway, so since we don't know what we're gonna wear and we don't know where we're going still, we're gonna just have a couple of more drinks. But we're glad we had this conversation.
Yes, ladies. And it was just us girls standing in front of you guys telling you honestly
about how we feel.
Exactly.
Oh my golly gosh. But you know what? We're going to take our own advice also. And remember that, there are these deal breakers and we're not accepting it. And, we're going to be good and brave and put ourselves out there. Because at the end of the day, when it all does work out, it's very much worthwhile.
Exactly. It's just amazing just how Into-Care worked out. So guys, honestly, we'd like to stay and chat with you some more or let you listen to us some more, but we really have to go and get the show on the road. So whether you're alone or with a partner, enjoy your evening, whether it's with a bottle of wine or juice. Well, but have fun and just know that, tomorrow is definitely a better day.
Yes, and thanks for listening, and again, welcome to the world of NTK.
Whoop whoop.